If there was ever an MMA fight that makes you ask the question why, it would be this. Taka Michinoku, a young fledgling pro wrestler whose skills were mainly jumping off ropes and doing flips and shit, somehow was convinced or thought it was a good idea to try his hand at real martial arts combat. In this case, Pancrase, the gentle MMA. How this fight came to be, I have no fucking clue. But it was on April 27th, 1997 at Pancrase, a live 4, that Taka would have his debut against Keiichiro Yamamiya, a fighter who himself wasn't setting the world on fire with a record of just 4-6, but was assuredly much more experienced. And that, my friends, is the subject of today's MMA Oddities. Hello, fight fans, it's me, the most dangerous man alive today, back with more odd MMA action. And I'm just going to press play here, and let's see what happens. Just a forewarning on this rip of the fight I have. The audio really sucks on it, so let's see what happens here. And I'm going to press play right now. Alright, I don't know what's wrong with this. The version I have of Alive 4, the audio is really awful, but we'll get through it. Taka Michinoku, he's coming out first. Taka, he was from Morioka, Japan. He was 23 years old at the time, and this being his debut MMA fight, his record is only 0-0, of course. Taka was 2 months shy of making his debut for the WWF, which would happen at the Canadian Stampede pay-per-view. But in February of '97, he had already made his debut in the USA for ECW. Here he comes, and look at that! He is wearing his WWF attire. I want to call that his exact WWF attire, but that is pretty close to his wrestling gear. And look at that, he's already jumping off ropes and doing flips and shit. That is not good. Is he serious for this? Does he think this is going to be a pro wrestling bout? This is not good. He's bouncing off the ropes. He's a pro wrestler. This is not good. Keiichiro Yamamiya. He's from Kanagawa, Japan, and he was 24 years old. He had been fighting in Pancrase since July of '96, making his debut at the '96 Neo Blood Tournament, defeating his first round opponent Satoshi Hagasawa via decision, but then being dispatched from the tournament in the second round against Yuki Kondo via TKO. Since then, Yamamiya was firmly in the mid to low tier ranks of Pancrase, where he was battling against the cleanup crew, the young lads of Pancrase who were really only there to shine the boots of the top level stars. Look at him, he is with that goofy haircut. Oh, some of the other cleanup crew of Pancrase included Inagaki, Shibuya, Ito, and Yanagasawa. He got a cute blue. I like it. Look at those abs on him. He's really in shape. Taka, not so much in shape. He's looking young though. Look at that. Yamamiya Keiichiro. I love how the Pancrase ring announcer trails off. He always trails off. It's really nice. I might turn this up a little so I can hear it better. Oh yeah, Taka. You can tell he's Taka. He's got it written on the side of his fucking trunks. Keiichiro looks fucking dumb. He's goofy looking. Oh boy. Wow. Taka. This is not gonna be good. This really isn't gonna be good for Taka. No spoilers, but this is not gonna be good. I really have no idea how this fight came about, how Taka was offered this fight, who was involved. The fact that this is a one-off fight, I think I just spoiled the fight, leads me to believe it really wasn't his idea. Or that after the result of the fight, he quickly realized where he belonged and he didn't want to do this. Anyways, here we go. Round 1! Leg kick by Keiichiro. And I'm not sure if Taka really knows what to do here. Okay, they kind of clinch here. Taka gets free. He hasn't really thrown anything. He just tried to go there as Keiichiro went for a kick. Taka's moving in. Ooh, nice head slap. That's actually surprising. I didn't expect him to be game to throwing any strikes, but he did. So props to Taka. I wonder if he was training with any of the dojos in Japan. Maybe, you know, I don't know, Suzuki Dojo or Funaki Dojo or what. But somehow he was convinced to do this bout. Really kind of strange, especially being that this is his only MMA bout. Smart of him, though, if he was considering it. I don't think he was considering an MMA career. But if you're going to try it, you're going to go to the gentle MMA, which is Pancrase. Oh, nice laser kick there by Yamamiya. Oh, nice little knee there by Taka as they're clinched. And his striking is a lot more serious than I expected it to be. But I think Keiichiro is a lot stronger here. He looks like he's a lot stronger. He looks bigger. Oh, nice takedown there. I would have expected that to happen. He just looks bigger and more imposing than Taka, who was obviously clearly not, I think, barely a lightweight. So I was a big Taka Michinoku mark back in the days when I first started watching pro wrestling, and Keiichiro gets a side control here. I don't know why, but I always liked kind of the, I wouldn't say like I like the top tier guys, sure, like everybody, but I don't know, I kind of like the underdog. So I liked Taka. Actually, some of my favorite guys were probably the biggest underdogs of them all. The Mean Street Posse, Rodney and Pete Gas. Does anyone remember them? Keiichiro had briefly mounted there, and he's pretty much got mount again here. He's just sort of riding on top. Really tall half guard here. Oh, and I guess they're going to do slaps on the ground. Typically, you don't see that. Pancrase, I think, around this time now. Ooh, he's going for a toe hold. Oh, yikes, that's tight. That is tight. Oh, he's got the ropes. Nice. Them pro wrestling skills are coming in handy for Taka as he got the rope break there. I thought around this time, heel hooks, now that was more of an ankle lock toe hold, but heel hooks around this time were banned in Pancrase. Taka kind of goes in there. He wasn't even close. He goes for a takedown. No, gets stuffed by the bigger Yamamiya. That was kind of not too bad of a shot, though. He didn't get his arms around. And another rope break? Oh, was he getting choked there? Uh-oh. This is not good for Taka. He's already got 2 rope breaks. And I guess he's being told here. Does he have a mouth guard in? I hope he does. Already. Oh, those are some bad slaps there. Those weren't really serious at all. I think he was just using those to distract Yamamiya. But Taka has 2 rope breaks here. He gets the 5. The fight's done, but I don't know if it's going to get the 5. We'll see. I guess Yamamiya had him in almost like a arm triangle, or maybe just sort of like a shoulder choke there, as Taka obviously was touching his throat there. And Yamamiya is just dominating him on the ground here. This is not even competitive at all. And I don't think, obviously you'd expect, why? Okay, Taka, he's a pro wrestler, 0-0. Not sure how much actual legit MMA training at this time. What would be legit MMA training? I think MMA was still developing as a sport. Nice, gets up there, throws a knee, but pretty much flies back onto his own back there. Legit MMA training hadn't evolved yet, so it was still in its infancy. And he's going for sort of a wrist hold here, maybe an arm bar. He's going to try and tie up the arm under the leg there. But I guess it's not like they put him in there with, Frank Shamrock or Boss Rutan. Yamamiya, like I said, wasn't lighting the world on fire with his record of 4-6, so he was still in the, ooh, nice body shot. That's got to hurt. So typically you don't see on the ground strikes being thrown. Usually the fighters in Pancrase will... Oh, he's actually going for sort of a Kimura there. Typically the fighters have an agreement that they won't throw strikes on the ground, a gentleman's agreement. I don't like that. I think it's much better for Pancrase when the fighters are actually throwing strikes on the ground. So good on Keiichiro here. And he kind of sits up, maybe going to set up an arm bar. But yeah, you know, Taka, you would expect 0-0. His skill set is probably going to be very limited. And I don't know where he was training, but you wouldn't expect him to come out and like really surprise a fighter who has 10 fights under his belt. You know, Taka with 0. This is almost, it's not as bad. Oh, he's going for that toe hold ankle lock again. Oh, he gets on top here. Wow, he throws some strikes. Nice. He's got to get control, though. He doesn't have much control, but he's going for those strikes. Oh, he almost grabbed the hair there. But wow, Taka's on top. Never expected this. He's in side control. Gets the mount. Oh my God. Wow. Does he know what to do here? He's gonna nice separation though. He's gonna cross face him. Nice little. Oh my God. Wow. Taka. Holy shit. Why did he not continue to do Pancrase? Did they kick him out? Oh, he gets turned over there. That's a shame. That is a shame there. But yeah, this is almost like CM Punk versus What's His Noggin, you know, where. But he's doing a lot better than CM Punk. I'll give Taka that. I want to say that Keiichiro, I can't remember the guy's name right now, who fought CM Punk. It's just eluding me. I wouldn't say Keiichiro has the skill set of him, even though he was still sort of an amateur. MMA today, training in MMA today, is about 1,000,000 times better and more experienced than MMA back in '96. I mean, the regiment in terms of training, strikes, and all that, and a referee break here because no activity. Yeah, MMA training today is just light years ahead of what it was in '96. The sport was still in its very, very infancy and was still growing. But Pancrase was ahead of the curve, I think, compared to UFC, which at the time was still doing bare knuckle brawls that were really just fucking gross when you think about it. Not that I'm shitting on old school UFC. I just think, you know. Oh, it's nice. It's a nice Americana there. He's got to tap out. He's got to tap. Yep. Oh, that's too bad. Taka. Nice effort, though. I don't know why he didn't fight ever again. Wow. And there's Keiichiro. He's such a nice guy. All these guys on the low tier of Pancrase, they're really cool guys. They all take care of each other, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Well, Taka Michinoku would be back to the squared circle very quickly, of course, getting his shot at the WWF and the semi-big time. Of course, he'd have a nice run in the WWF, becoming the first ever WWF light heavyweight champion, holding that title for 10 months. And he would make his mark during the Attitude Era with his stint in the whole Keiichiro rivalry / he would join Keiichiro. I remember that very, I don't want to say vaguely, but very keenly. I'm fucking up my words here, but he would then go on to tag with Funaki. Everyone remembers that, with the whole Indeed comedy program. Taka would return to Japan after his stint in the WWF and would form his own Keiichiro dojo, which the whole Keiichiro feud was weird because he was Keiichiro in Japan. Anyway, he would form his own Keiichiro dojo wrestling promotion, mixing in appearances with New Japan Pro Wrestling, where to this day he still wrestles at 43 years old. See you some other time, Taka. As for Keiichiro, after this fight, Keiichiro would make his mark in Pancrase several times over. First by winning the '97 Neo Blood tournament. He would beat the tar out of my fave, Yuhi Sano, at Pancrase Breakthrough 3, which if you want to see that, you got to go watch on this channel. Classic MMA Revival #1. I watched the whole event. The fight with Yuhi Sano really is awesome. And that does it for the fight here. But I'm going to keep talking because there's more on Keiichiro. In 2000, the year 2000, Keiichiro would win the Pancrase Light Heavyweight Championship tournament to become the first ever Pancrase Light Heavyweight champ. And he would fight consistently for Pancrase all the way up until about 2012, before his MMA career became much more sporadic. He last fought in 2015, a loss to Aki Nagamura, which was his 6th straight loss since 2013. And I think Keiichiro might be done with MMA at the age of 45. Well, that does it, fans, for this episode of MMA Oddities. Check back for more odd MMA fights coming in the future, as I have plenty more to come. So for now, I must wish you adieu, goodbye, good luck, and we'll sniff you fucking jerks later.